Hello again, it's Noob, and here we have a DOM Euro cylinder. DOM always provide a technical challenge. They often have pretty good bittings, as you see here, lots of highs with lots of lows, protecting those short key pins. And then you have keyways like this. And keyways like this, they just offer an extra challenge really. So I've got a 23 thousandths pick, and you'll see that I can't actually pick up through this warding. This is quite slim. Let me grab one that's 18 thousandths here, and I still can't pick up through there. So I only have a couple of options, which is to either pick on the warding ledge here, which, as you can see, if I use a hook which is deep enough to pick the highest bitting, I'm already going to risk oversetting pins. And I've even got one which is 0.4 millimeters, which is I think less than 15 thousandths of an inch. It's very, very, very thin, but this is just good enough to be able to get around, if I'm careful and doesn't trap, the warding just about. I can just about wiggle it around the warding. So it makes this a very, very interesting and technical pick. You need to be quite methodical. The DOM do make some very well made locks, very precise insides. So yeah, let me just show the key going in and working. What I might do is actually just partially disassemble this lock if I can, because it'll make gutting this a whole lot easier towards the end of the video. And these are those stupid circlips which are a lot harder to take off as well. So all right, 2 seconds. So we are in the vise. Here is my key. It's only 5 pins, but it's not easy. I've kept a circlip sort of on here at the back just to act as a little bit of insurance when I pull this out. I'm going to try this with some top of the keyway tension right at the top of this keyway, like that. I'm going to start out with an 18 thousandths hook and just see nothing on 1, a little click on 2, on 3, nothing. So back through pin 1, tiny click, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2 feels good. And nothing on 3. So I've got my 0.4 millimeter hook here, and I'm going to try to work my way round, which is easier than done, the keyway. This is pins 5 now, I think. Yeah. A bit of counter rotation on here maybe. Very hard to get feel on this, very thin pick. There you go, another little click there, that's nice. Is that some more counter rotation there? It's very hard to stay on that 5th pin. I'm going to leave it for now. I can always come back to it. Let's try, so swapped over to my 18 thousandth hook again. Just test pin 1 to get onto it. Counter rotation on pin 1. Nothing on 2. Nothing on 3. Okay, so I think I dropped something at the back, so I'm going to go back in, wriggle round. And just see if I can get anything else off pin 5 at the back. Oh, got that jammed in there really horribly. Okay, let's try again. So pin 1, 2, 3. And I just hit 5 there, and that felt pretty good. 1, 2. got the lightest of tension on here just in case I can encourage one of these pins to move. I might go all the way to the back again using this thin pick while trying not to oh, that's better. Do you hear that? A little click and a crunch. That was pin 5. That must mean that I've moved further on. I don't know whether you can tell here, but the lock has moved around a bit. So I'm just going to try to tap pin 1, nothing. 2, and we are open. Wow, surprisingly technical pick. Needed quite a lot of time to work my way through that one. I'd love to know what is at the back of this lock, making it such that it has multiple clicks. It could be spools, could be serrations, it could even be like a T-pin or something. I really don't know. Also, this is the back of the lock, and there's all sorts of bits here which sort of spilled out as I was taking it apart, and I've got no idea how to put that back together. So yeah, that's going to be a nightmare for later. Since I do have the key and I don't know what's inside this, I'm going to lock this back up. You can see that we are fully unlocked, but I'm just going to lock it back up for now. Lots of clicks, and then see if I can't just gently remove that partially removed circlip with my fingers. There we go. I've got a pinning tray here, so let's just, I can't remove the cam yet. Key first. Gently move that forwards a little bit to remove the cam, and turn it that way. Can I get a shim down there as well as a follower? I've got follower. It'd be nice to try to get a shim in there, otherwise I'm just going to have to be brave. Always a bit harder when you're doing it down the keyway like this. Possible. Even if I just get it over that first bit, I'll be happy. Otherwise you might just have to go in like that and hope for the best. Calm on you. It's the tolerances on these DOMs are so good. All credit to DOM and their manufacturing. They don't make these things easy. I'm trying to push the shim in with my fingernail at the same time. I think I might just have to go for it regardless. And hope for the best. I don't think that... Did the shim even come with? I'm not even sure it did. Ooh! There is a small wafer on this one that came out here like that. So there might be some master wafers in here. We'll see how many. So torpedo pin, of course. Classic DOM. Standard pin, pin number 2. Another lovely torpedo pin. These are fantastic anti-pick pins. If you over-pick these, a little wafer in that one. If you over-pick them, then you end up getting caught in this overset, which feels like a false set, but actually you're in a false set on the key pins, not the driver pins. It makes it virtually impossible to get out of unless you go back through. Release the tension and carry on as normal. So a little like T-pin here, like a little barrel. I might take out the springs just because, a little brass spring, that's good. Ooh, now that, yeah, that'll explain it, won't it? Look at that. Yep, it's a T-pin spool. That will explain why you get that counter rotation and it feels like serrations. And another very nice brass spring. Oh, a little master wafer on the top and another very sharp tipped like barrel pin, T-pin type thing. So push that up to the top to make sure I know that goes on the top, not the bottom. we can remove that one. I don't need it. If it's on the top, you don't need them, so you can just get rid of those. Another little barrel pin. So basically, you sort of set them. You have to set these again. They're tricky and crunchy, you know. And then pin 5. Ah, yes. Again, that'll explain why it took a couple of goes to pick this one. Very, very nice. Like a T-pin spool. So yeah, just good tolerances in the manufacturing. Good pins. Very tight keyway. Everything that you want in a lock, really. Although disappointing lack of anti-snap features, but we won't worry about that too much. So yeah, look at these. We got a mixture of these, what looks like brass and steel pins. Look at these torpedo pins. You imagine those oversetting and getting yourself into a false set on that mushrooming. Got these little barrel pins, these little T-pins. So you'll set them, then they'll catch on the bottom of the pin. Same with these, you know, they feel like spools and they catch on the T-pin. So you end up having to pick these pins at least twice each. And they do feel, I don't know, they feel a bit like a serrated pin mixed with a spool. Very strange feeling. But yeah, pretty good. So that is the Dom System RS. Hope you liked the video. If you did, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed and want to see more content like this, now's a good time to subscribe. It really helps me out as well. Drop any comments you have below. I do read them all and reply to as many as I can. And of course, I'll see you all next time.